Hello again. So I've decided to do my Jeskai charm, which is basically a Jeskai deck, and that means it is red, white and blue. So this theme of this deck, for me, I wanted the blue, the red and the white spells. I wanted the blue and red and white creatures, and then a combination of all three in the spell and the creature. So it looks like this. I've covered all three of the colours in spell and creature format with a combination, including the planeswalker. So 3 planeswalkers covering all the colours. Now not only is this a deck that I've wanted to do for a long time, it's a deck for me that I saved up a little while to get. So the lightning bolts are a little bit expensive and a Path to Exile. Not crazy money, but again they're not sort of casual type playing cards. You might have a lightning bolt, or you might write the card out. Whatever it is that you do to play these cards, I wanted all the pictures, all the texts, because I really do like this Jeskai theme. So before I get onto spells and creatures, I always wanted to do a deck that wasn't just white land, red land, blue land, or whatever. What I decided to do was to work out some sort of mechanic to help me play the game a little bit quicker. Just because I've never ever featured in the lands, you know, I've got an EDH deck that I play, and there might be I can't remember the name of the card now, but it allows you to play, have a maximum, no maximum hand size. So I wanted something more than just a plains or an island or a mountain. And I saw this card on the internet, Amulet of Vigour. So 1 drop of any colour. That's why there is these colours there. Just so on turn 1 I can have a plains and instantly play this. So on my second turn, this is kicking in. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, tapped under your control, untap it. So, what is that good for, you say? Pretty much all of these temples, as good as they are on their own, I've got 4 of all, whole play set of each one of them. It comes out tapped, but the ability allows you to scry, and you still have the blue-red mana. You can't play it on your next turn. Well, the Amulet of Vigour obviously would untap cards that would come in tapped, so you can play them straight away, no problems, and you get to scry through your deck. So my land is allowing me to scry every card, getting my deck in order before I draw, which is really handy. And obviously you've got the Mystic Monastery, which gives you all 3 colours, which is a really good card. But obviously now it doesn't come in tapped, it comes from the get-go. So that's my land mechanic. It's not fantastic, but it's just, I want to get, look at the artwork on that, it's fantastic artwork. And I think nowadays when the artwork is pretty good, you can get the full artwork stuff. I don't know what sets they're in. I've got a few of them which are just utterly beautiful. It wonders why they did it in this format without doing it large. It just makes more sense. But these are absolutely fantastic cards. So I've got the land I like to play. It gives me the scry effect. Yeah, someone could have artifact removal, but not many people play those types of cards, especially people I play. So they do stay about. It's only for early game to keep getting the scry ability. So we'll go on to the cards. So my idea for this deck was try to keep it somewhere in the lines of white will have removal in some format. So Path to Exile had to go in there. Exile target creature for 1 white mana. Its controller may search his or her library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle his or her library. Now I've had a circumstance where I need 1 more land, and I've just exiled one of my own whatever creatures just to get that land on my own. So it has more than, you don't want to get in the habit of doing that. It's a great card. Someone's got a black deck, and I've got a zombie deck that does this. They just get a card back out from the graveyard and think, God, I'm not going to get rid of this. It's going to kick back. This exiles it. It ain't coming back. It's a great card. Sticks with the white theme. It's got the Monastery Mentor. 3 mana. So turn 3. Okay, I'll wait that long. No damage is going to come to me that bad, but it's got Prowess, which is the Jeskai sort of tempo. Comes out as a 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess onto the battlefield. So, let's get that token. You're going to get 2 monks. Again, this has prowess. So, every time you play a spell, you're going to get another monk, and that's going to go up to a 2/2. That's going to become a 3/3. You can attack with whatever you want. Next turn, it goes back again. But I've got like the weenie feel to it. It's just going to keep producing these little characters that can get bigger with just defensive or offensive spells. So I really, really like this card. It gets bigger quite easily. I mean, I've done it several times where you're going to be swung in with a 4/4 or something, and you just damage it for 3 with a lightning bolt. Gives you another creature. And even if you do lose this and kill his bigger creature, you're still going to be left with a prowess monk. So it has lots of benefits, this white fill. And get on to the red. For 1 red mana, brilliant artwork again. Monastery Swift Spear. Has a 1/2 with haste and prowess. In turn 1, you're going to get a free hit for 1, and thereafter you're just going to keep buffering it. So around turns 2 and 3, it's still got more toughness than damage, so it's going to be a good card. And sticking with the haste with the red theme, you've got your good old-fashioned lightning bolt, which is very good. Basically, lightning bolt deals 3 damage to target creature or player. You can end a game a couple of turns later if you combine it properly with a few of them, and it can cause hassles. There's a lot of removal there. Onto the blue, you've got the Jeskai Sage, 1 generic, 1 blue. It's a human monk, and it's a 1/1. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it has the prowess ability, and more than anything else, it allows you to draw a card once it dies. So you may play a lightning bolt that then kills a creature and buff this up to a 2/2. Used well, it can kill something quickly, or it could just stay out long enough so when you do want to get a card, you're not just chump blocking. You're gonna get something out of it. Sometimes you think, oh, I've just lost a card, and now they've still got their card out. How am I going to defend against it? Well, at least now you're going to draw a card, especially with your scry ability. You're probably going to know what that card is and get that card earlier. So I like that card. It combines well with the Treasure Cruise. 7 generic and 1 blue, but luckily it allows you to delve. Now, with the amount of spells that we're playing, especially if these are just getting sacrificed and lots of spells are going to the graveyard, I often delve quite quickly, and you can just draw 3 cards. And even if you just do one of these in the game, and it gives you your land base, you can just put the cards in the order that you need. Treasure Cruise is really handy, and again, it goes with the whole draw thing. So that's my Jeskai thing. White, red, blue. Does exactly what it says in the tin. Every single colour will continue to do what it does. Gets a little bit predictable if you're playing against this deck. You think, well, he's only got red out, that's the path he's going to go down. But then again, it gives me lots of flexibility if I have multiple of all 3 colours. That leads me perfectly into the Jeskai Charm, which is, in my opinion, one of the best spells. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 white. You can choose one of these abilities, and all 3 have basically the effects of all the colours. So you choose one. Put target creature on top of its owner's library, which stalls them for a turn, especially if you put something high mana cost. They're just going to be, basically, as I said, stalled for another turn. That can be really effective, especially if you're swinging in for little 1/1s and 2/2s. Second option is Jeskai Charm does 4 damage to target opponent. You're right in the game, combatant with a lightning bolt. You're just going to finish them off a couple of turns prior to them thinking that they're going to be safe. That's a really good spell. And the last ability is creatures you control get a +1/+1 and gain lifelink until end of turn. So combatant with all of these that have prowess, so it'll be a 3/3, a 2/3 or a 2/2. You then block with them, gain all the life that you would therefore have. And it's a really good card. Plus it gets a +1, so you're going to get prowess on top of the +1/+1. So I really like this spell. It does lots of good and lots of flexibility throughout the game. And combatants quite nicely with the Mantis Rider. Again, brilliant artwork. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 white. The human monk again, as is everything else is in this deck. And it's a 3/3, so you're paying for the mana cost. 3/3. It's flying, vigilance, and haste. So, in my opinion, it has the 3 colours. Blue would be flying, white vigilance, and red would be haste. It's a perfect Jeskai card, but a 3 for 3 mana is what you would pay for a standard card. I mean, a blue card, as I've used before, a Windrake comes out as a 2/2 for 3 mana. This is a 3/3 for 3 mana, and it has flying, vigilance, and haste. This should probably be about 4 or 5 mana. Very, very, very good card. That's why it's a rare. To say, this comes out, you can instantly attack. So it's basically like playing a Jeskai charm. You're going to get straight away 3 damage. So I like that spell. So that's it. It's nothing, no win conditions in this deck. Just simple spells. Do exactly what someone assumes they're going to do. But nevertheless, it's still very hard to get rid of them. So then it goes on to the, over there quickly. Then it goes on to the 3 Planeswalkers. We'll start off with the top one. This is Naset Transcendent, which is for 4 mana, comes out to 6, which is brilliant, which is very good. Basically, you +1, look at the top card of your library, and if it's a non-creature, non-land card, so any of the top row, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. So basically, it's a draw card. Gives you the best of blue. -2, which you can do straight away. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, it gains rebound, which basically allows you to play the spell again. So, although I only have 4 of all these spells, I can play them all again. The lightning bolt looks very good now all of a sudden. As again, you can play it straight away. It's only -2. -9 is you get an emblem with your opponents can't cast non-creature spells. You will win the game. They're not going to let you get to that point, but that is a very powerful card. So that's why it's in there. Then Ral Zarek, who, again, fantastic. I think it's from Dragon's Maze set. 4 mana again. Comes out as a 4. So that's powerful, coming out as a 6 for 4 mana. This comes out as a 4. +1 is tap target permanent, then untap another target permanent. So on your turn, you go all out, you swing all in, +1, you get that creature back, and you tap one of their creatures. It's a good mechanic. You can play it multiple different ways, but it's very, very handy. -2 is Ral Zarek deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So basically, it's a lightning bolt you can just do from the very get-go. Very, very handy. And -7, which has got to be the funnest sort of option for a Planeswalker on any card, hands down, is flip 5 coins. You take an extra turn after this one for each coin that comes up heads. I've done this twice. One, I think, if I'm honest, my friend was kind of like, I just want to see this play. We were kind of just like, let's just try and get it to the battle. We didn't let the game go to the point of he let me win, but there was one definite game where I got this in a proper competitive back and forward with my friends, and I got that, and I didn't get a single heads, and it was the funniest thing ever. So it's a great card. I love playing it. Again, great artwork. And the last one is Ajani Vengeance. It has, again, 4 mana, comes out as a 3. But your +1 target permanent doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So it's similar to the Ral Zarek tapping and untapping ability, but you can just stall a card, which is what you want from a red-white type Planeswalker. It's really good. The next option is -2, which you can do from the get-go. It's a life swing. Ajani deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 3 life. So that's kind of getting you out of a bit of trouble. There's a few little mechanics. It's not the best Planeswalker, but again, it's red-white. It goes in with this theme. And the last bit is -7. Destroy all lands target player controls, which is very good. So someone's going to try and focus on this pretty quick. So that's my Jeskai deck. Let me know what you think. I mean, this isn't one of those ones where I was like, let me know what you think, but I'd still like to hear people's comments. If they think that's not a good spell for red, put this in instead. But I've always wanted just to do this type of theme, with the land coming in and allowing me to play those 3 spells. So let me know if you've played this type of deck before, and you know it is good. I've played this a couple of times and I really enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.